She's lived in Green Valley for 22 years, so please welcome Lou.
I want to thank Congressman Barber for setting up this event and his staff. The Green Valley Sheriff's Auxiliary is celebrating our 30th anniversary this year in our community. We now have 144 volunteers, and last year we donated over 75,000 hours to this community. So without your help, we run on all donations. Without your help, we wouldn't be here. So we're very grateful for everything you do for us. As you know, we do patrolling around the community. We have 2 to 3 patrols out in the morning and also in the afternoon. We check your houses when you go on vacation. We like to check them the day after you leave, because sometimes the husband will think, oh, the wife shut the door, or the wife will think the husband locked the window. No, you didn't. The doors and windows are open. We also found a suitcase one time on a walkway, so somebody was getting out of Dodge in a hurry. No. We assist the sheriff in whatever they would like us to do. We also are bailiff in the court system. We do fingerprinting. We also sit at the sheriff's front desk. So if you come into the sheriff's office, the first person you will see is an SAV volunteer. And that way the paid personnel can do their work. And we also, if there's an accident, you might see us at an accident, we can direct traffic there so that the deputy can be released and go back out into the community and grab those bad guys. We also have an Alzheimer's memory unit. Maybe many of you don't know about this, but if you know someone that needs help, we will come to your home, take a photo of that person, get some stats like medication that they may be on, their favorite places if they were to wander. We can take that photo, put it in the sergeant's office so that if they do wander, they can go right to that file and it is locked up. Nobody can get in there but the sergeant. We can copy that for the people on the rescue team. And then we know where they might want to go and we know what they look like. And we have actually helped find some people doing that. So another thing we do is you've probably seen us at the White Elephant Parade directing traffic. It happens to be one of my very favorite things to do. I didn't know that when I graduated from the academy, they would put a badge on me and give me this yellow vest that said sheriff on it, and a whistle, and white gloves, and stick me out in the middle of the road, and I could go, you stop! And they do. Yes! I love it. It's just like dark chocolate for me. But one thing I did when I first started SAV was I worked in Neighborhood Watch. And that's where I became aware of all of the problems in Green Valley that we have with identity theft, and we have folders and steps to do with identity theft. But with these scams, we really didn't have a plan. I would cut articles out of newspapers, and that's about the best I could do. I would copy them and hand them out to people, but we just didn't really have a plan. And then what happened is we received a gift from the Dr. Scholl's Foundation. And with that gift, we were tasked specifically, we had to come up with a new program. We couldn't use it for fuel, for maintenance, for utilities, for anything. It had to be a new program. So what we did is we got 5 of our really talented and creative people. We locked them in a room and we said, okay, you're not coming out till you come up with something. And when they came out, what they came up with was this. This three-pronged approach to solving the scam problem. Now this is very simple and effective. Trouble is, it's just not easy. But what we did is we made up all these flyers, and you've got a copy of them. We made up all these flyers. We went around town to all the merchants. We gave it to the merchants. We gave them especially to the banks. We started getting a close relationship with the banks because guess what? That's where the money is. That's where you get the money, that's where you wire the money, that's where you money order the money. We have a very close relationship with Safeways because you've got money orders and you've got wires. At the post office, they have our flyer up because you can get money orders at the post office. So we really went around town and plastered these all over. And then we thought, what else can we do? What else can we do? We really didn't know what else to do. And we hit a plateau for about 5 or 6 months. And then what happened is a friend of mine and I were at a meeting. And she came up to me after this meeting and she said, Lou, I just don't know what to do. She said, her husband, who is an engineer and was a manager over 250 people, so he's not a stupid man. She said, he's getting these phone calls, and we're just being inundated with his phone calls. And she said, I'm afraid he's going to give him our checking account and our credit card number because they just keep calling. And he just thinks a truck's going to pull up and delivers $450,000 in front of our house. And she said, I am really afraid. And she said, we called SAB and they came down and they took a report and then they left. But he's still doing it and we're still getting these phone calls. And I said, I'm going to go home, put on my uniform, I'm going to go down to the office, get a patrol car, and I'm going to bring these 2 extra pieces of information that you all have, and I'm going to come and take a little extra time. And she said, oh, that'd be great. So that's what I did. I pulled up in front of her house. Her husband saw the patrol car out there. I walked in. I had this extra information. And I sat there and I looked him in the eye, and I mean, here's a man that was absolutely sure that a truck was going to pull up in front of his house, loaded with $450,000 cash, and give it to him. He was just absolutely sure they had him hooked. And he said, well, they know CVS Pharmacy on Continental. I said, Google Map. Everything he told me I had an answer for, because this isn't my first rodeo. I've been around this a while.